is Joelle and I'm your online host today, and I'm so excited you're here because we have a lot in store for you. You guys, we're going to get into a fun pre-show video, we're going to do some worship together, and get into a Bible story. You guys, buckle up, it's going to be so much fun.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us today. Now maybe life has been a little different for you these past few weeks. Maybe you've been staying inside way more than you're used to, or not seeing your friend as much as you'd want to. Well, this reminds me a lot of a rainy day at school. I loved rainy days at school because it was just a different change of pace. There was no recess, we stayed inside, I played with Beanie Babies and my Game Boy, and we would just talk. Now maybe you're sick and tired of Netflix, or you've already watched Frozen 2 10 times, or maybe you're just looking for some fun new things to do. Well, Robot Jeff and I are here, and we think this is a great time to find new ways to learn, think, and grow. So we put together a top 10 list of things to do while you're inside. Now number 10 is to play some board games. You remember games like Connect 4, Guess Who, Monopoly, Battleship, Clue, Mousetrap, the list goes on, and man, those board games still hold up today. Now, our family's favorite game to play is Go Fish with a deck of cards. So take it old school and play a board game. Now, number 9 is to make a movie. I challenge you to read a Bible story and to make a movie using your parents' phone, of course, with their permission. You could read the story of Noah's Ark, you could read about Moses parting the Red Sea, or even the creation story. And then I want you guys to make a movie about it. It can be stop motion, just with pictures, or you can use Play-Doh or Legos and build something, or maybe use some of your action figures to tell the story. Now, number 8 is talk to a pen pal. Now, when I was a kid, I had a pen pal. He was from Russia, and basically what would happen is we would write each other letters. Now, I know that it might be difficult to send letters right now, but there's actually a really cool app that your parents can download, so talk to them, and with their permission, you guys should check out an app called Marco Polo. Now, Marco Polo is an app where you can talk to your family members. We use it pretty much exclusively to talk to my parents. So my daughter gets to talk to her grandma, and we do something really fun called Tucked In Tuesday, where my mom, who lives somewhere else, she reads a story, and my daughter gets to watch it and listen to it before bed. That's how you can have a pen pal using a phone and the app called Marco Polo. It's a great way to stay in touch with people that maybe you're not able to see right now. Now, number 7 is ask some questions. Now, this is a great time to reconnect with your family. So what if you asked your parents why they named you your first name, or how you got your middle name, or why you guys live where you live? Another thing you can do is use maybe something like Siri or Alexa or the Google Nest. Our family has the Google Nest, and one of our favorite things to do at night is to say, "Hey Google, play some fire sounds," and then the Google will play some campfire sounds, and it's really relaxing, and it feels like we're in the outdoors. You could also ask Siri a question. "Hey Siri, are you a robot?"
I'm Siri, your virtual assistant.
My virtual assistant. So I don't know if you guys have a Siri or Alexa or the Google Nest, but your parents probably have a phone, and you guys could ask Siri some questions or a joke and learn something new. Now, number 6 is to have a Bible study. Maybe you're not going out too often now, and this is a great time to continue reading your Bible. So there's an actual website called GoMinnow.com. These are the people that created VeggieTales. They have created basically a church at home experience. And all that you need to do is choose a worship song, a Bible story video, or one of their 5-minute family devotionals to get started. They have tons of videos on GoMinnow.com. From What's in the Bible and Superbook, they have devotionals about the fruits of the Spirit, and they even have 60-second Bible stories. Now, number 5, maybe you're getting a little antsy. Maybe you're like, I want to go outside and you can't. Well, number 5 is to get some energy out. I have a YouTube channel that I want you to check out. It's called Go Noodle. It's totally free, and these videos are basically dance videos. They're videos meant for kids to get them moving, and you're going to love them. They have one of my favorites, which is their indoor recess mix. It's around 10 minutes of dancing with a compilation of songs, and you guys are gonna love it. Check out Go Noodle on YouTube. Number 4 on our list is to learn something new. You guys have heard of Scholastics, right? If you're in school, you probably had the Scholastics book fair where your parents buy you some books. Well, we don't want you to forget any of that stuff. So they've created something called Scholastic's Learn at Home. And if you go to scholastics.com/learn-at-home, they have set up a great fun website that has day-to-day projects to help with reading, thinking, and growing. Scholastic's active learning journeys are available on any device and provide up to 3 hours worth of exciting learning experience per day. Now, I actually did read some of this stuff, and I read about sloths. I learned some more about whales. I found out about the hottest and coldest places around the world. I found out about a race where you race through mud and eating cheeseburgers with bugs inside. Now, number 3 is gonna shock you. It is travel somewhere. I know that might sound crazy because some of you guys are staying inside right now, but you can actually travel to virtual museums. There are museums all around the world that you can travel to, and you can see a virtual tour. I have a list of 12 museums around the world, and here they are. You can visit the British Museum in London. This iconic museum, located in the heart of London, allows virtual visitors to tour the Great Court and discover the ancient Rosetta Stone and Egyptian mummies. Now, at the Guggenheim Museum in New York, you can see the iconic spiral and incredible works of art. And at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, you can virtually walk through this popular gallery that houses dozens of famous works from French artists who worked and lived between 1848 and 1914. And that's not all. You can take a virtual tour of the museums in Berlin, Seoul, Amsterdam, Florence, Mexico, and Los Angeles. It's a great way for you to travel around the world and learn something new and see a brand new museum. Now, number 2, I love this one. It is visit the zoo. The San Diego Zoo has live cameras of some of their favorite animals. So you can stay on your couch or in your bed and you can actually watch some videos of live animals. They have videos of penguins and panda bears. There are cameras of koalas and monkeys and polar bears. And don't forget that you can watch elephants and giraffes and tigers and lots more. So you have to check it out. It's at the San Diego Zoo where you can watch live videos of animals. And number 1, of course, is to stay right here on sandalskids.tv. We have tons of fun videos for you to watch. There are loads of pre-show videos with us doing wild and crazy things. You can dance to some of our worship videos. You can learn more from our Bible stories. You can hear a fun object lesson with Mrs. Coyote. You can listen to a testimony from one of our real stories. Or maybe you like to read, color, and make stuff. We have storybooks that you can read on your own, activity pages to engage with, or how-to videos where you can make something fun with us. No matter what you choose, I know that you're gonna have tons of fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed my top 10 list of things to do while you're inside, and I hope that you guys have a great week. Remember to stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next time.
You guys, that pre-show video was awesome. Next, we're gonna get into a time of worship and sing some songs together. But first, I have a really fun question for you. You guys, I'll see you in a little bit.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to our very first episode of Beyond Bounds, a podcast that's going to take a look at the miracles of Jesus. I'm Jordan, aka Mr. Coyote, and today we're going to be learning about a storm and doing our very own storm cloud science experiment. We're going to need glow-in-the-dark paint, a clear container, pipettes, some shaving cream, some water, and some clear containers. Now, before we do that, I want to talk about our story today. It's about a nap and a storm and how that shows that Jesus has all the power of God. A God that created the universe, a God that bent heaven and earth just so he could be with you. So let's jump on in and go beyond bounds. So right now, I want to introduce you to the rest of the crew. Over here, we have Mrs. Coyote, who's going to be sharing our Bible story today.
What is up, my friends?
And over on this side, we have Chris Merrill, who's going to be doing all of our sound effects today.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris.
Nice. But that's not it. We actually have a couple special guests that I want to introduce to you. Ashton and Broen, come on in, guys. So, Ashton, I have a question for you. If you were to combine two animals, make a hybrid of them, which two animals would you combine?
A lion and a panther. And I would call it a lanther.
A lanther. And Broen, now you just lost a tooth. So my question is, when that tooth grows in, what do you want to grow in?
Shark tooth.
A shark tooth. I love that. It'd be all sharp and everything. Okay, Ashton, if you grabbed just a bucket of Cheetos and you just like crunched them on your head, what would it sound like? Perfect. If you saw a boulder rolling down a hill in San Francisco and it was rolling super fast, 60 miles an hour, and it ran over a car, what would it sound like?
Ba-bum.
Very good. Okay, Broen, jumping on there. Can you just show us what it sounds like when your dad's sleeping? Awesome. And a couple more, guys. So, Broen, I need you to say in your deepest, manliest voice, silence, be still.
Silence, be still.
And Ashton, I need you to say, who is this man? Even the wind and waves obey him.
Who is this man? Even the wind and waves obey him.
Brilliant. Okay, boys, come sit next to me. Chris, did we get it? You want to run through some sounds for us?
Ba-bum.
Silence, be still.
Fantastic. That was awesome. Okay, Kelly, take it away.
Okay, so our story today starts on a day where, leading up to this day, a few weeks before this, Jesus has been hanging out with his disciples. And you know what? Jesus and disciples, they actually decide, let's go hang out on the boat in the middle of the water and just relax for a little bit. So Jesus and his disciples, they start walking across the shore, across the sand, and they get into a boat. And then all of a sudden, a storm hits. Now, when you guys think of a storm, what kind of stuff are you guys thinking about?
Lightning,
thunder, wind, maybe some rain. There's waves happening. It's hitting the boat. Water's getting inside the boat. Crazy stuff is happening.
Now, if you were in that boat and it was rocking and going crazy, would you be scared? Be honest.
Very much.
Yeah, I think I'd be scared too. So I want to give you a tip, a little bit of advice. Whenever you're scared, whenever I'm scared, I always have to remember that Jesus has all the power of God. Why? Because he is God. He created everything. He created the universe, and he's in control of everything, even when it doesn't feel that way. Okay, so we're gonna jump back into our story, but I need your help with our science experiment. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna take our little measuring spoons and we're gonna fill up each one of these jars just like halfway, okay? And halfway, so probably like 2 of these. All right. Okay, now we need some lids. Here we go. Now that these are closed, I need you guys to shake these up. Okay. Hey, Chris, can I get some like shaking music or something? There we go. All right, that looks good. Let's set these off to the side. And now we're going to jump back into our story.
Okay, you guys, so we left off. There's a storm, right? Thunder, lightning, waves. The disciples are probably soaking wet in this boat, right, you guys? And the boat is starting to actually fill with water. They look around and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? Jesus, we'll go find Jesus. He's probably got a solution to this, right? So finally, they find Jesus in the back of the boat. And what do you guys think he was doing in the back of the boat?
I think he was eating a hot dog.
That's a great guess, but actually he was napping. He was sound asleep. He was sleeping through a storm. I don't know about you guys, but when storms are going on, I'm awake. I'm looking out the window. I hear that thunder. I hear that lightning, but Jesus is completely sleeping. So the disciples run over to Jesus and they go, Jesus, wake up, wake up, wake up. There's a storm going on. We're going to drown. So Jesus calmly wakes up from his nap. He looks around. He sees everyone really nervous and scared. And what he does is he actually stands up in the boat and he points his finger to the storm and he says,
Silence, be still.
now, if Jesus has all the same power of God, the God that created the wind, the God that created nature and everything that happens on this earth, wouldn't you say that Jesus has total control over that creation if he has the same power of God? Yeah, you'd say so?
Pretty much.
Okay, well, we're going to find out in just a minute.
Okay, so let's jump back into our science experiment. We need to do two things. We're gonna fill up our container right here, 3/4 of the way. And now this is gonna be the fun part. Can you shake this up for me real quick? We need shaving cream, and this is gonna make our cloud, okay? So let me see that. We're gonna create our cloud on top right here. Check this out. We're gonna get it all the way above.
It's like whipped cream.
It's kind of like whipped cream. That is going to represent our cloud. So we'll be back to this in just a second, but let's jump back into our story.
Okay, so we just heard Jesus. He pointed to the storm and he said,
Silence, be still.
now, what happens next is crazy. As soon as Jesus said these words, the storm completely stopped. Like this, dead in its tracks. The wind, the waves, everything just went completely still. So the disciples, they were scared a second ago because of this crazy storm. Now they're still a little bit nervous because they just witnessed nature completely obey what Jesus says. Now Jesus looks at them and he's like, what's wrong with you guys? Have you guys absolutely no faith in what I can do? And the disciples looked at each other and they asked each other,
Who is this man? Even the wind and waves obey him.
So the disciples, they had one choice. Should they have faith in Jesus? What they had just witnessed could only mean one thing.
it meant that Jesus really has all the power of God. And if he has all the power of God, then hands down, he is God, which is so amazing. The disciples saw that Jesus was God and knew that they could trust their powerful creator with any kind of worry or any kind of concern they ever had. Now, we may not always be able to actually see miracles like that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a storm stop dead in its tracks, but we can see the awesome stuff that Jesus does for us. And we know that we can trust Jesus with our lives because Jesus is God.
And that is our story. So let's finish up our rain cloud right now. So we're gonna take glow-in-the-dark paint and our pipettes, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna simulate what it looks like for a storm to rage. So we're gonna suck up some of this glow-in-the-dark paint.
Okay.
And then here's our cloud right here, and we're gonna basically squeeze this like right into the cloud. So what I need to do is we're gonna actually turn all the lights off. Don't get scared, so you guys can see what it looks like glow in the dark.
Oh.
All right. Okay, guys. So let's drop the paint in there. So put it right into the cloud. You're gonna squeeze it in. Oh, do you see it?
Whoa.
So yeah, I know. You see it fizzing down right there?
Uh-huh.
This is literally what a storm looks like. Oh, there we go. Nice. Can you see it?
That's awesome.
And there it is, guys. We just made our very own rainstorm. Guys, I hope that you had tons of fun, and I want to actually talk about how this story can apply to our lives. So when we recognize that Jesus has all the power, we can trust him with everything, right? God has a plan for your life, and it's better than anything we could possibly dream of. Sometimes it can feel hard to trust Jesus, right? But when we remind ourselves that Jesus has all the power of God and he bends heaven and earth to be with us, it gets way easier. In Luke 18:27, Jesus says, "What is impossible for man is possible with God." So let's remember that. And I challenge you guys, how will you get real about trusting Jesus? Hey guys, that's it for this episode of Beyond Bounds. I want to thank my special guests, Ashton and Broen. Thanks for being here, guys, and helping out. We'll see you guys later. I'm Mr. Coyote.
I'm Mrs. Coyote.
Say bye, Chris. Bye, Chris. We'll see you guys next time for another episode of Beyond Bounds.
impossibly far away from God. There was nothing that we could do to reach Him, to reach perfection. We were impossibly far away from God. There was only one thing that He could do. God showed His great love for us by sending Christ to die for us. While we were sinners, He showed us love. We tried to build a tower to heaven. It fell back to the dust, 'cause we were never meant to reach Him. He was meant to reach us. God showed His great love for us by sending Christ to die for us. While we were sinners, He showed us love. God showed His great love for us by sending Christ to die for us. While we were sinners, He showed us love. He showed us love. He showed us love. He showed us love. While we were sinners, He showed us love. He showed us love. While we were sinners, He showed us love. God showed His great love for us by sending Christ to die for us. While we were sinners, He showed us love. God showed His great love for us by sending Christ to die for us. While we were sinners, He showed us love.
All right, everyone, it's time to play another round of This or That, the game where you decide whether you like this or that. Now, I need everyone to stand up in the middle of the room. I'm gonna name two different things, and you're gonna decide which one you like best. If you like the one to the left, quickly walk to the left. If you like the one on your right, quickly walk to the right. All right, are you ready? Do you like cats or dogs? Which one? You got to pick. You in the center, move. All right, everyone, back to center. Do you like Marvel or DC? Great job. Do you like Christmas or Easter? Sick. Do you like bacon or waffles? All right, let's go a little faster. Do you like Nintendo or PlayStation? I like both. Do you like hamburgers or hot dogs? Hamburgers, hot dogs. Do you like recess or would you rather go to the park? How about bumblebees or wasps? All right, do you like apples or oranges? Do you like pens or pencils? Mountains or a trip to the beach? Do you like cheetahs or lions? That was awesome! Did you learn anything new about yourself? What about your friends? I know some of those choices were difficult, but you did a great job. Thanks so much for playing. I'll see you next time.
You guys, I have had so much fun hanging out with you today, and we're so happy that you chose us. Now, before you go, we have a fun game for you and your family to do at home. You guys, thanks again, and I'll see you next week.